I think that pretty much everyone who is involved in this revolution against visual pollution can point to a specific time, place, or specific sign that marked their initiation into the cause. For me, this was the sign and the time when this digital billboard, the first we had seen, appeared in late November 2006 in my hometown. I didn't become involved at this point, but I began to pay attention.
Clear Channel Outdoor reaches 2006 goal for the deployment of digital billboard networks. Twin Cities added to the list. 6 digital billboard networks launched in calendar '06.
The press release went on to report that this goal had been reached by installing 8 jumbotrons like this one in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota.
In addition to the Twin Cities, Clear Channel Outdoor also has launched digital billboard networks in Cleveland, Las Vegas, Albuquerque, Milwaukee, Tampa, and London, England.
So that's what happened. It was a sneak attack. The press release was dated December 28, 2006, just a short while after 8 jumbotrons like this one in St. Paul were erected throughout the Twin Cities. Maplewood, Arden Hills, Minnetonka are some of the municipalities where they were erected without proper permitting by local authorities. In Minnetonka, Clear Channel was busted almost immediately after putting a 9,000-pound television monitor with a 300-amp electrical connection on one of their existing conventional structures. City officials cut the power on December 12, 2006. 10 days later, just before Christmas, Clear Channel took them to court. They wanted a temporary injunction to get it turned back on. The new jumbotron violated, among other things, a local ordinance that did not allow a message change more frequently than every 60 minutes. The board was changing messages every 8 seconds, like this one. The attorneys for Clear Channel cited a document to support the rationale for the 8-second duration. It was a technical memorandum dated May 30th, 2003, from the Minnesota Department of Transportation, with the subject of flashing and moving lights on outdoor advertising devices. Basically, it was a page-and-a-half memo that calculated how long it takes to drive 500 feet going 55 miles per hour and 70 miles per hour, and concluded that lighting display changes occurring once every 6 seconds or more do not present motorists with any more of a visual display than ordinary illuminated devices. That is, of course, if the image doesn't change during the time you're driving by it. Anyway, the judge weighed the evidence, and Clear Channel lost its first landmark digital billboard case. Another one of the 8 original digital boards put up in 2006 without proper permits or notification was in Arden Hills, a suburb on the north side of St. Paul. That became another landmark case lost for Clear Channel. It took almost 2 years to play out. In his ruling, Judge Mott dismissed the company's claim that switching from a static conventional billboard to a digital one, similar to a television set, is an improvement. Rather, he wrote, the change must be seen as an enlargement and an expansion, which makes it illegal under local and state laws unless permission is granted. He ordered the company to shut the electricity down within 7 days and remove the billboard from the site within 90 days. That brings us pretty much up to the present, except for one major thing. The billboard on the edge of downtown St. Paul that first caught my attention. 4 years after it was erected, it became the first digital billboard in the United States to be taken down for highway reconstruction. The board was condemned to make way for a new bridge that crosses the Mississippi River. The power was cut to the billboard on the last day of 2010, 49 months after it went up. On Monday, January 3rd, 2011, the first business day of the new year, as a new governor was being sworn in across town, the board came down. That is, of course, not the end of the story. The state of Minnesota will have to pay for the removal of property. What's next is determining the value. The property was not a loss. Every part of it except the concrete base was trucked away to be erected elsewhere within weeks. What Clear Channel wants is an award for the money they would have made well into the future for a board that, in our opinion, shouldn't have been erected there in the first place.